Hello again. We are going to do part 3 of my creature making here. I'm going to give him some hands, I'm going to give him some shoes, and then we'll see what we'll do, how much time we have. But let me go ahead and put a hand on there. I want the finger to be up like this. So how's that going to look? So it's going to look with the hand, the fingers over here, and then the fingers. I think I'll look at it. I can see it in my little picture there. So I'm going to look at it while I'm making this. I'm going to use the pen tool so that I can come up here and see. I want to make this finger. Oops, come up. Ah, it's moving on me. I'm gonna have to fix it. I'm gonna fix that finger in a minute. First I'll do this. Come here. It doesn't have to be perfect. You get the idea. And then I want to make sure I close it so I could color it. So I'm going to close it. Now, I want to fix that because they are well, let me show you. And it's moving on me here. I'm sorry, it's moving. Let me come up here to the pointer so we can see it and see how it's a square. I want to make those rounded. So I'm going to zoom in so I can show you what I'm going to do. Plus, I want to put that hand under him too. So I want this to be rounded. I don't want it to be a point. So I'm going to come back over here to the sub select and I'm going to grab that point. Now I want it to be rounded. See how it's not round and it's just a point. So I'm going to click on that point. I'm going to hit the P on my keyboard. And that now, see when I do that one, so it's the P on the keyboard that allows me to change that point from a point, or change that anchor from a point to round. Oops, I accidentally deleted it. Undo. Okay. So, oops, it's because I'm on the pen tool. Got to be on the right tool. You got to be on that sub-select tool. So I'm going to click on it, hit the P, click on it, and hit the P, and pull. Oops, and it deleted it again. I don't want to delete you. I want to make you a... There we go. It's the wrong way. So that's the P on the keyboard. Yeah, still not satisfied with it. So I'm going to play with those handles. Yeah, that's better. I think I want that one to be rounded too. I don't want it to be a point either. So remember, I'm going to select it, hit the P, and then P. There we go. There we go. Just kind of play with those points. There, that's good enough. Now I do want it to be under. Let me change this to the pointer so I can move him down. I want it to be under the green and not in front of it. So I've got to come up here and move it to the behind. Yep, he's behind. Now I'm going to change the color. You remember how to do that? So select it, come over here to the eyedropper, click on the eyedropper and come over to the face. And there, it's that color. Okay, so now I'm going to do the other hand. Let me zoom out. All right, now, how do I want that one to look? I think I will just do this. Now, if I click and drag, so if I click and I drag, then it'll be rounded and I don't have to change the points. So I can do that. That's clicking and dragging. I'll do that with the thumb here too. So I'm going to click and drag and then click and come up here and end it. Remember, you got to end it so you can color it. If you don't end it, you can't color it. So let's see how that looks up here. And that looks funny. Let me zoom in and fix that. Yeah, I got too many points. I think I went backwards here, so I'm gonna play with these points here. Get on the sub-select, and that allows me just to play with the anchor points. So I can move those anchor points a little bit. And I can play with these handles, change that curve. Now, I don't know what I did here. I don't know what I did. Oh, I twisted it. I don't know if I can fix it. I really twisted it. So I think what I'm going to do is maybe just delete it. So I'm going to, now I can twist it back. There we go. So you can add and delete anchor points. So I just deleted that one. There, now I want it to go behind. So again, I got to come up here, I got to select it, and use the pointer, have it selected, send it to the back. There we go. And then color it. So let me zoom out so you guys can see that. So I'm going to select it, come to the eyedropper, and scroll over there, and there. Now we got that color. Okay, now I got to give it some feet. Got to give him some feet. I want him to have some kind of feet. I can either draw it, or I think this time I want to make the feet with the ellipse tool. So I'm going to make like an ellipse, and I think I'm going to play with the ellipse. I want it to be black. Okay, now I'm going to play with those points. Now you remember I go to the sub select, and we can't. I'm gonna. You can't see him. You're not going to be able to see him outside that. So I want him. So here's what I'm going to do. Let me put that aside for now because I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to select the whole thing with the hands and group them. So modify and group the selection. And then I'm going to make him a little bit smaller because it's going to be too big. There, and now I can play with this better, and you'll be able to see the shoes. I can make them bigger if I want to too, but right now I just want to play with the shoes here. Now, I want to mess with these anchor points. So if I come to the sub select and you see I can't, all it's going to let me do is stretch. It's not going to let me distort. So what I've got to do is I've got to hit the shift, the control key, and the P at the same time. Shift, Control, P. So now, and it didn't do it. Let's see. Shift, Control, P. All right. It's being touchy. Maybe I have to be on the pointer to do it. Shift, Control, P. Maybe it's Alt, Shift, Alt, P. Nope. All right, we're just being touchy. Sub-select. There we go. It did it. It was just being touchy because it should have done it before, and I don't know why it didn't do it. Okay. So now I can play with those points, even though that I wanted to do it earlier. I'm sorry. You guys are going to find that, and you're going to get frustrated. But all I can tell you is just don't give up and keep working it. You're going to figure it out. I promise. So it's the sub-select that lets me play with these anchor points. So see, now I could sit here and I could play with these anchor points and do stuff that I want to do. And now, let's say I want to give him some heels. Well, you look at that. Now, how am I going to put a heel there? So what you can do is, since I'm on that sub-select, let's see, I can click right here, and then it gives me another anchor point. So now I'm going to pull that anchor point out. I'm going to pull it out. And you remember how we made the finger go round? Well, we should be able to make that come to a point. So let's see what happens. If I click on it with the P, there, see now it came to a point. Oops, go back to that tool. Now I didn't do it. I can do this though. Let me play with this point. And then I'm going to bring this point here. And I want to put another point right here. Put another, and then I'm going to take this point and bring it up. Because I'm trying to make a hill. So let's see what I got here. So I'm playing with it. And that's what you've got to do. You've just got to get in there and play. See, these handles allow me to play with those curves. So I could do something like that. Okay, I think it's a funny looking shoe, but I think I'm going to go with it. So I do want it to go to the back. So let me change this to my selection tool, the pointer, and I'm going to send it to the back because I want it behind. There we go. And it is behind, so if I moved it up, you'll be able to tell. Yeah, it's behind. Maybe it looks better if it's right. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not too sure I'm satisfied with it, but I can keep playing with it. Let's see. Yeah, that looks better. So now, guess what I'm going to do to the other side? For one, I think I need to fix this because that is not the same as the other side. Yeah, that's better. So what I'm going to do, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to take it. I'm going to duplicate it. Remember, that's the Alt key. Click on it and pull. And I need to mirror it. So I'm going to modify. I'm going to transform, and I'm going to flip it horizontally. And now I'm going to put it up here for the other side. Yeah, that's what I want right there. So now what do I got to do? I've got to group it so that the feet stay with the rest of him. So modify and group that selection. So now he's together. Now, I'm thinking he's going to be a superhero. So should I put a cape on him? Yeah, maybe. So how am I going to do that? Let's see. I'm going to, first of all, got to decide how I want to do it. Maybe a rectangle right here. And I'm going to make that go around his neck. Also, I got to decide what color I want this cape to be. But I need to make that a path so that I could play with those anchors because I want to make it go rounded. So what am I going to do? I am going to see if it'll work this time. Shift, Control, and P. And see if that worked. Nope, it didn't work. Shift, Control, P. Shift, Control, P. Yeah. Do it with the pointer. Shift, Control, P. And it's not working. I'm going to put it up here so I can see it better. Select. See, it's only letting me stretch it. Shift, Control, P. And it's not working. Oh, that is frustrating, and I know that's going to happen to you. Maybe I have to do it from the pen. Maybe I have to be on the pen tool. Oh, nope. Control P. Nope, it's still not working. Hmm. Okay. Well, that didn't work. It's not working. It's being touchy. It's not working. So, delete. That didn't work. So now I'm going to use my pen tool. Drag, click, drag. And then I'm going to come down here. Trying to figure out how I want it to look. It should go this way. Around his neck. Let's see what he looks like. All right, I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to play with that. I'm thinking like, one of those capes that go around the neck. Yeah, that's not too bad. I just got to decide on the color I want him to be. Let's give him a red. We'll make it the same color as his hair. Yeah, and now I want that cape, it's going to go behind him. So since I have better luck with the pen tool than I do other things, I'm going to come right here. And it's I know right now it's going to be in front of him, but I'm going to move it to the back. And do remember I've got to close it in order to color it. So I've got to come over here and close it. So, and now I want to make it the same color as his hair. And I'm going to send it to the back. Okay. There. Now, I'm going to play with these points just a little bit. Oops, I actually accidentally hit a point up there. Click on that point, hit P, so I can drag it, make it round. Oops. I didn't want it to come to a point. I really don't want these to come to a point either. It's still a point, but if I take this down here, there. And I want that to be, I don't want that to be a point either. So if I hit pin, the P on the toolbar, oops, thought I did that, I twisted it. There we go. I did it again. There we go. Now I gotta do that one. And it keeps jumping to the pen tool, and when I don't want it to be on the pen tool. So I have to keep hitting the delete, come up here. P, because I wanna, there we go. Oh, I did it the wrong way. And again, it jumps to the pen tool, and I don't know why it's doing that to me. P. There we go. Yeah, I just deleted it, got rid of it. There we go. That's better. There. Now, if I want to, I can give it a gradient, make it darker in the center, and I think I'll do that too. I think I want to do that. So I'm going to click, I'm going to select it, go back to the pointer to select it, and then I'm going to come over here to the color, and I'm going to do let's do a linear. The linear will go like up and down, so I can move this slider here. Kind of like that right there. See, it was red, so by default it stayed red and was black on the other side. I like that. I like that. Okay, you guys see it? There. So now I have finished my little creature guy. So now I've got to do the rest of it, and that's going to be another video. But that's it for my creature.